season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A run here with Dearness Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action now. Taylor. They'll roll him out right. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Open man, that's Milne. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Montez. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll run scramble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
To throw, Montez.
Dancing to his left.
Open man is Quintez Cephas.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early. And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action, it's Taylor.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Johnson.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now Taylor. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Montez. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st down, Hawkins. He was brought down by Foya Sade and Lewican.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. Throw left side complete. That's Hawkins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him to football in space as they did right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On second down now, it's Hawkins. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now Taylor. The throw on target there to Milne. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw again on second down. Taylor flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Operating from the gun, Taylor. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 4 yards remain for second down. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Marlon Davidson. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
2nd and 4.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Gostkowski for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Lions 17, Falcons 7. Jack Fox, the kickoff for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They try the left side with Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it with Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Taylor will throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Montez. It's brought in by Harris. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw, Montez. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, a big D-line that almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better, 2 weeks in a row? You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. He'll drop to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Gostkowski's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Taylor.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right.
Open man, that's Milne.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, complete. It's Patterson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Taylor, this ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
On third down, Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Olamide Zaccheaus with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here's Montez.
This is complete to Hawkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He gets this complete to Cephas.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll go down at the 28. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught out right by Jennings.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hawkins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. John Kaminsky in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second and 20. Back to throw. And he's got his target, Harris.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Marlon
Davidson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Johnson on poke 3. Football's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right.
And this one taken in by Cephas.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
On 1st down, Hawkins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Balaj is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Falcons 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Johnson running right. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action with Taylor. Forced out to his left. Complete to Zacchaeus. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor will throw. The throw on target there to Milne.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
On 1st down, Patterson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Zach Ball there on the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
To throw is Taylor. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Does the big boy have the juice? The 40. 30. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Now Montez. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw, Montez.
And he's got it. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? We've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receivers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Steven Montez. Fine work there on the touchdown run.
And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try for Gostkowski. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Lions 37, Falcons 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Taylor. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Vince Beagle in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits. For a tight end. He's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Patterson on the carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Taylor. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and goal, Detroit.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Here's Taylor to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again, it's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Vince Beagle racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Looking to throw. Taylor, he's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Taylor on fourth down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Taylor. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Falcons on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Taylor. Flush to his right. And Taylor will slide to a halt with a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Patterson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now Taylor going to lead his guys up to go for 2. Taylor going to throw. It's complete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Let's go, let's go.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 84 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Montez. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Milage. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Detroit.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They run it with Milage. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has a total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. Gostkowski's kick is good, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On first down, it's Taylor. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Taylor. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Vince Beagle, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Back to throw. Taylor. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give right side. It's Hawkins. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's a run with Balaj. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Gostkowski the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Let's just be frank, they're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Taylor. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Taylor will throw again. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.